The IPT can offer an accuracy of tracking in busy scenes which is far superior to what can be achieved with an ordinary camera. The IPT has some important differences to standard cameras with regards to installation and usage. A set of training videos are provided to assist new users. It is strongly recommended that you watch these and also read the IPT documentation, even if you are familiar with other VCA cameras. Due to the unique sensor technology used, there are some important considerations that need to be taken into account when installing an IPT. Some models of IPT have installation restrictions. Please consult the table and locate your device model. While the tracking will function in an overhead installation, best results will be obtained with a 30 to 45 degree tilt angle, as shown here. It is essential that there are no close objects in the field of view of the IPT, as they can reflect huge quantities of infrared light back into the sensor, leading to distorted readings. This includes any walls or ceilings. Here, the wall or ceiling is too close. We adjust the tilt or pan of the device to correct this. Make a note of the height of the IPT, measured from the ground to the centre of the front panel, as this will be needed later for accurate calibration. All VCA cameras feature an adaptive scene maintenance algorithm. This continuously models the background scene, allowing foreground pixels to be identified. These foreground pixels are used to detect the presence of new objects in the scene. With the diagnostic blobs enabled, these foreground pixels are displayed. Whenever the scene is changed, for example a new item of furniture being installed, the adaptive algorithm will compensate. With the IPT, the adaptive algorithm is only in operation when no movement is being detected in the scene for a period of time. The period of time for which the scene must be absent of movement is tied to the stationary object hold-on time parameter. In general, you should leave this parameter alone. However, experienced users may occasionally find it useful to adjust it. For example, in scenes where people are expected to be stationary for very long periods of time, you might want to set this value higher. The Scene Maintenance page features a reset button which allows a user to override the adaptive maintenance algorithm and force the current scene to be learnt in. You should consider using this before doing calibration when setting the device up, so you don't have to wait for the automatic algorithm to kick in. This feature is optional and only presented to assist with initial configuration. Once the device has been correctly configured, it should not be necessary to visit this page again. The scene must be empty of people before initiating this action. The scene learning message will appear for a period of around 30 seconds. The scene must remain empty while this message is displayed. If someone does enter the scene before this, you should repeat this process. IPT devices must be calibrated for the tracking to function. If you haven't yet watched the calibration video for standard VCA cameras, you should do this first. If you have watched that video, you should still watch this one, as there are some important differences. Because the IPT tracking engine depends upon the calibration, it is essential that the calibration is accurate. This video will describe how to achieve this accurate calibration. The vertical field of view is fixed for all IPT devices. Please locate your device on the table and select the appropriate value. The height should have been measured during installation. Here we set the measured height of 3.2 metres. Ideally, the device should have been installed level along the horizontal axis. That is the case here, so we can leave the roll angle at 0. This leaves just the tilt angle to tie down. Make an initial guess at this value. You don't need to be accurate with this. Here we are keeping the default of 45 degrees. Now click Apply, which will provide the system with our initial guess at the calibration. This will cause the device to display the tracking annotation that can be used to guide the fine-tuning. You will need someone in the scene to test and fine-tune the calibration. We can clearly see that the annotation does not correctly match the person in the scene. Using the controls, the tilt angle is adjusted to make the annotation match. We now click Apply again. The system will need a few seconds to adapt and may display erroneous annotation while this occurs. We should test the calibration thoroughly before accepting. Here we have the person walk around the scene. The calibration is still not perfect. We further adjust the tilt angle, remembering to click Apply again. The calibration task is now complete.